Hello Gemini, and welcome to your December reading. Before I start, I wanted to tell you that I'm doing a little contest for December to win a free reading of your choice, any kind of reading. And to enter, you just need to subscribe and comment. And at the end of the month, I'll pick a name and give you a free reading. So. Okay, Gemini. I've already pre-laid the first row of cards, the first layer. The first row is the underlying energy, the past. The middle one is the now, and the last one is the outcome or the future. Okay, so in the past, there's a cycle that finished, and these three came out together. So it had to do with either an earth sign here, the King of Pentacles, or your solidity, financial solidity. And here we have the Six of Wands. So that cycle was successful and recognized. It can be for on the work front, or on if it's on love or whatever, but it's a success over the earth element and the end of that cycle. But what that brought is the Five of Pentacles. So even if you successfully finished that cycle, you had that feeling of being left out in the cold, even if there's that success and you did well on a karmic level or spiritual growth level or life level, you still had that feeling of being left out in the cold. Like you can see them there being outside. That lack, that not having what you deserve kind of feeling. After that, in the now, those two came together. The Eight of Swords and Judgment, Major Arcana. Like the World, Major Arcana. So it's like if that feeling of lack is kind of keeping you stuck in a way. And the Judgment, that's the universe coming and provoking something. Reviving something that wasn't existing anymore, that you kind of put to rest. It can be a news, a phone call. Sometimes I pulled that out for like the phone would ring and a contract I thought was long gone, and hey, finally we're back in, and let's go, we're doing it. So there's that revival. And Judgment also, it goes with a judgment that you can give. But then this, I think, comes from outside because it provokes the Tower and the Nine of Swords. So whatever that news is that is kind of shaking that lack mentality and feeling stuck where you are, is really going to make something crumble, and you're going to worry about it. You're gonna, of course, being an air sign, it's very easy for us to go in our head and start thinking, especially after a tower like that. But the outcome of this is death. So there's really something changing, transforming, leaving your life. So that, and then you have the King of Swords. That's you in your power, and the Star, either an Aquarius, but mostly being aligned with your stars, a wish coming true. It's like if in order for you to be back aligned with the stars, this had to leave, this had to crumble. What had to crumble? We'll clarify anyway, but this really provoked by the divine had to crumble for you to be realigned with your stars. And then after, they came out together And the same thing happened in the Taurus reading, and I do shuffle a lot between the two. So maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, or maybe your Taurus rising or something like that, because what came out together is the King and Queen of Wands, and I put them apart when I put them back on in the deck, and I shuffle like crazy. So this is really weird. And so there's that couple, that fiery couple. Like I said to Taurus, this can be your feminine and masculine side, or this can be like showing me for a couple, a twin flame, because when the couples come out like that, there's a soulmate thing with it. But it could be also the balancing of your masculine and your feminine side in a passionate willpower way. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. That means a truth, a victory, clarity on something. So we'll clarify, just to see a bigger picture. But for sure what is happening in December is a huge shift in your life. Huge shift. Because the Tower and Death and Judgment, these are three, I mean, I'm surprised the Wheel of Fortune is not there, because these are three cards that change your reality completely to arrive to that couple. And you started with the feeling of being left out in the cold and stuck. And that's normal, that having a big shift like that makes you worry at night. I mean, come on. But you're gonna get really clear-headed and strong about it. The King of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the Judgment. What is that Judgment bringing, Spirit, for Gemini December? What is that Judgment bringing for Gemini December? Let's just take the top one. Six of Pentacles, something from the past. Well, kind of knew that, because the Judgment, I mean, if you're reviving something, it didn't come from the future. It came from the past, I'm sorry. Okay, Spirit. One more for the... Maybe it was a connection from the past, but it was something that had emotions in, that's for sure. Okay, the Tower. Talk to me about the Tower. Eight of Cups, that's leaving. Leaving emotional baggage. It can be having to leave hold emotional baggage, things that we've been carrying for a long time. Give me another one for the Tower. Oh, Ace of Cups. I mean, I'll show you the... See the Eight of Cups? He's leaving in the night. That means in the night, that's not like leaving in the night without nobody knowing, but it's more he's under the rays of the moon. He doesn't know exactly where he's going, but he just knows that all these emotional investment, that can be beliefs, that can be things we actually invested in emotionally, they're not serving him anymore. So he wants to go. That's an 8. The ultimate would be a 9, wish fulfillment, going to get that Ace of Cups. And the ultimate would be the 10 of Cups, so going to get that 2 of Cups. So that's where he's going for. So that Tower is provoking in you to leave what no longer serves you. Maybe you were hanging on so much that, I mean, the Tower had to happen for you to leave what wasn't serving you anymore. And what is coming is that Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So that means that it's going to be equal. That's an equal give and take, Six of Cups. The 6 are a balance and there's a balance there, right there, but it's a balance energy, and that means that you have enough to be able to give. So that means that either you're receiving or you're giving, but it's not giving when you don't have enough for yourself. That cup is overflowing. You're giving, you have so much that you can give your overflow. He has so much that he can give to the ones that are lacking. Talk to me about the Nine of Swords. So that's beautiful. That means that that tower is needed, but it's going to bring something beautiful. But you're going to have to let go of something that, yeah, can be your old baggage. All the emotional experiences that you had. Not to carry them in the future with you. Because you don't want your old baggage to actually create your future. What's that Nine of Swords, Spirit? What's that worrying? Is it just worrying? Nine of Swords. What's that worrying? What's that Nine of Swords? Justice. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's gonna be a balance happening there. You're gonna move to calmer waters, and that is karmic. You're done. That could be the leftovers from that last cycle there. Now it's gonna be balanced. We have 2 times scales here with the Justice. The Justice has its scales. You could be worrying about a Libra also. And the Six of Pentacles has the scales too. And here we have the Six of Swords. So that is moving on from that worry and that all that, you know, the troubled waters. That's troubled waters, and that is troubled waters too, because the tide is coming up, you know. She's freaking out being stuck there. She knows she has to go away, and of course she could all the time, you know, like just remove her bandages and everything, but there's a call, there's something that the universe is bringing back from the past that's gonna shake you down, and it's for you to leave your old emotional baggage so you can move on to something much calmer and bringing back the love, the equality, and the justice in your life. Talk to me about the death and that transformation and the star. Spirit, talk to me about the death. What is the death transforming? I mean, all of that is a transformation. Leaving that behind, it is a death by itself. We're just gonna get a confirmation. Death. Talk to me about death, Spirit. Strength. Another major arcana. So that transformation is really gonna make you stronger, and it's also that connection with the universe. She has the eternity symbol on her head, like the magician. The magician has it too. And in order to create, you have to know your connection with the universe so you can manifest, in order to manifest. And the lion, these are all of our lower, like our ego, our fears, our worries, and things like that. You have to tame that. That's strength. It's not letting those things that we all have inside of us, but not letting them chew off your head, but keeping And with it's not by forcing yourself or pushing them down deep, you know, that you're gonna get that control. She's charming life. She's charming that lion. She's opening his mouth with gentleness. And it's because she knows she's powerful. She is strength. She is connected with the universe. So that was your weakness. That feeling of being left out in the cold, not good enough, being stuck in situations and things like that. That was your weakness. So the tower and all of that is shaking that down so you can gain back your strength. Talk to me about the star. Oh wow. Because see, that's the woman in her power. 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So that is what is written in the stars for you. And for that you have to believe it. You have to believe it inside. You cannot attain the 10 of Pentacles and if you're in that mentality, because that's what you're going to create. That's what you're going to manifest. So once you get your strength, then you can manifest this. That's the woman that knows her value, man or woman, whether you're a man or a woman, and that she built herself from nothing, and now there she is, standing in her power. And yes, that woman can create the 10 of Pentacles. It's just one pentacle to do, one pentacle away. And that's your star, so that means that is what is written for you. Okay, tell me what is that couple here. We call her the single lady. It's more in the sense that this was not given to her. She's not, you know, Mrs. Doctor something. She made herself. But you can be in couple and be the 9 of Pentacles if you're independent, if you're self-assured. Whoop. 3 of Pentacles. Collaboration. What is that couple? Spirit. What is that couple for Gemini? That's a bit too much. Gemini, Spirit. What is that couple? The High Priestess with the 3 of Pentacles. Another one. 3 of Pentacles is collaboration, admiration, being able to work with others, being recognized at your work for your worth. But in a relationship, it's the same thing, being recognized. The High Priestess is being in touch with your intuition. Okay, that's a lot. That's a bit, but the Wheel of Fortune. So for sure, it's this. I know is bringing a Wheel of Fortune. I said it would because it's so much change. I just want to have another one. What is that couple? If it's not, I mean, if they don't pull me 2 of Cups or something like that, that's your feminine and masculine side. Your masculine side going out there and expressing himself through work, through creating, and through, you know, and your feminine side listening to your intuition, to attract and to guide your masculine side into where you should go to follow your soul. A balancing of your masculine and your feminine. That can be that. Page of Swords. Yeah. Communication. Page and page. Two little pages here. Page of Cups and Page of Swords. So you have, there's a lot of mirrors here. So I think it's your feminine and masculine side. Unless, I mean, you meet your twin flame and all of that. But, I mean, this actually goes very well together. The masculine side, that active side outside, expressing himself, businesslike or whatever. And that feminine side, very psychic, listening to your intuition. The balancing of that. The Page of Swords, that's communication. A new way of communicating, maybe. You're gonna speak differently, or you're gonna inquire and be out there. With the Page of Cups and the page, I mean, 3 pages, come on. 1, 2, 3, one after the other. At the level of pages, it's because it's the beginning steps. New way of communicating, new way of offering your emotion, a new way to plant seeds after releasing all of what was holding you down, getting a victory, control. And here is the Devil in reverse. So I think to what was blocking you. I think this is it. So it's a very key month for personal, this is more of a reading on personal growth and letting go of the old thoughts and beliefs that were holding you down, that were restraining your expansion in the world. And by balancing your feminine and masculine like this, there's nothing, that's a really power couple. But having that power couple inside of you, your masculine side going for what you desire and your willpower being mastered, and the same thing attracting, like the Queen of Wands. When she comes in a room, she attracts the looks, and what she wants she will receive. The people are gonna come to her and offer it to her. So it's that going and receiving, balanced, and being realigned, transforming so you can realign and go get your 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's a big month of December for you, Gemini. So in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and comment to win a free reading. And this is a beautiful, hard, but just and very fruitful evolution to your spiritual journey. So I'll see you in January. Merry Christmas, by the way, and the winter solstice is coming also for all the witches out there, and Hanukkah. So see you in January. Thank you. Bye bye.